Hi everybody, and welcome back to this video. This video, as you can see in the title, is from products from Global Land, and I have a few things of my own to throw into here. This is, I'll have to take the jump ring off, but years and years and years ago, I say years ago, probably about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, maybe a little more. I had my own bead pearl company where you would, shuck the shell and get pearls. And I, bought my own pearl cages and purchased my own shells, and people would open them and get out the pearl. This pearl, I just, reached and grabbed the first pearl I came across. This is a pretty white pearl. These are Akoya pearls. I've kept them in here. I have more colorful ones if I can figure out where I put my stash of pearls, because I've gone through so much stuff. I'll probably change this out to a more colorful pearl because it'll stick out a little better. But for today's purposes, we're just going to be putting him inside of this pearl cage. These are products from Global Land. I love this company. I love their website. Their prices are very, very reasonable, and they have a wide variety of things. Their website is so extremely easy to use. Their shipping, considering they're coming from, it's international shipping, is very quickly. They get your order out to you quickly. They're very easy to work with. I loved working with them, and thank you, Global Land, for collaborating with me and bringing me these beautiful products. As you've seen in the title, this is also in memory of our dear Wendy. I can't believe it has been, the day I'm filming this, it's been not quite a year. Today is it's been a year. Today is the 28th. That she's been gone. You won't see this video until like another little over a week from today. It's just been really still, shocking to the whole beading community that we've lost her. And definitely still probably shocking to Chris. I know the feelings of losing someone you care deeply about, they stay with you a very long time. So today, I was working on this little guy to try to get him, stable enough to use him. But my glue just, that's a brand new E6000. And I don't know, maybe it's me. I just cannot seem to get E6000 to hold for me. So we're going to do one of Wendy's favorite things to do, and that is a memory wire bracelet. Now we're going to use the rondelle shaped, colorful shell pearls, beads. I love these. They come in this package of 5 different colors. And we're also going to be using some of the shell hishis if I need to. I'm still debating on using those on this project. I also have some 11-0 seed beads. I have an array of different things to use. We'll see when I get going what I end up using. It may just be all these pretty, pretty colors on this. You do not want to cut this with your regular cutters. So I'm taking my regular cutters and getting them way away from me. I do have somewhere my big boy cutters, which are no longer beside me. They should have been. So I may have to go search them up, or just, yep, they're right here. I have them. And they are magnetized now because I had them sitting on top of that. Good Lord. Okay. So I have my big boy cutters. that we are going to be cutting with. When you want to decide how much you want for a bracelet, I want this to be at least 2 wraps. So we're going to go, this is 1 wrap, and you want to remember we're going to be curling back 1, at least 2 curls. So I want that much on each end. So here is 1 wrap, and then 2 wraps plus curling the end. So I want to make sure they also overlap. So I'm coming to here to cut. And it's always good to have a little extra. So there is my memory wire. And it actually turns out to be almost 2.5 in order to give myself plenty of room to have that overlap, so that it gives me room to stretch because I do have a bigger wrist. Plus it gives me extra room. You know, you want it to overlap so it looks more cohesive. Plus I'm going to be adding this in the center of the thing. We're going to have a clip to hold one end because we are going to be putting this in the middle. So there's that. So we're going to clip, well, yeah, we're going to clip one end because I want to work from both ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my pearl in my shell. And I want him to hang freely. So let's put him on a jump ring. And I want to get, I gotta get my silver jump rings. Hold on. Oh, they're right here in front of me. Good grief. And you know what? I want my heavy duty jump rings. So because I may want to change out the color of the pearl depending on my mood. So we want one that can withstand being opened and closed. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So we're going to get out 2. All right. We're going to go ahead and put our pearl inside. You can see I even had them numbered for inventory. And we're going to close it up. Now he's in there. And we're going to use this, and that will close it up so that he doesn't just come back open. So we're going to open our jump ring like so, and we're going to lock this shut. We may need a bigger jump ring for this guy. Nope, it went around. We're going to go ahead and close this. And now we may need a 7. Oops, hold still. Yep, we're going to need a 7. All right, let me get a 7 out. 6 is too small. I was hoping I could do it with a size 7 or size 6, but that's okay. You just would not close around it correctly, so that's okay. And now, because we want this to hang like this on our bracelet, we're going to use a smaller jump ring to fasten this to our bracelet, like so. And we want to make sure that that is closed tightly, like that. Now it's ready to go on there and dangle. These are some pretty good size beads, so I'm not worried about that being too big because we do want it to be hanging well below those beads. So we've got him on there. He'll be in the middle, and I'm just going to string on one on either side. So I want to put one through each side. You find the end of that like that, and I think I'll put, oh, let's put a green one over here. Up and over. Get it to go around for right now, so that he is sandwiched between the two beads like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and find kind of the middle with him. And that should be right about there. And I'm going to clip this side, just like that. And we're going to work from this side. And I'm just going to string on some of these beads in no particular order. I'm just picking up and putting on random colors, like there's peach and blues and greens, and I'm just going to put some on. And I can always go back and get more. Now let's see how that looks. I really like that. And once we put on about halfway, it'll tell me if we're going to need, look at this one. He's kind of like almost a heart shape. Fuzzies here. Let's add some more colors, some whites. Green. And I'm just randomly grabbing. I'm not paying attention really. Getting them down out of there. And so, you know, you don't have to like get all kinds of, you know, fabulous, fancy to make beautiful jewelry. It can be just about anything you want. Oops. I'm not sure what color I had in my hand, but that's okay. We're just going to grab something. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between the peach and the pink until you have them side by side. Ah, I love that. I don't think we're going to need the Hishis. There's the hole. Oh, look at the colors on that one. That is so pretty. When I started, you know, trying to learn to actually make jewelry, one of the very first videos I watched, and I can't even remember for sure what I was trying to make, and I went on YouTube and I was like, how to make, I don't even remember what I was trying to make now. And the video that popped up, the very first one, was Wendy's. And I loved her whole demeanor, her, you know, the way she talked, the way she taught. And it just, you know, I learned from her video and I just played it over and over and over. I don't think we need to use Hishis. I really love how this is turning out. I'm going to clip it here. Well, maybe we'll put a few more on. Yeah, let's clip it here and work from the other way. And I binge watched her channel. And then that's where she led me to Marcy Creates. And then I also, from there, I found Misty Moon, which is Louisa. And it was just a whole rabbit hole of, you know, creators and, you know, learning from different people. And it just, you know, and you learn by doing. So I started making jewelry on my own channel a little more, and, you know, so yeah, Wendy was my driving force on making better jewelry. And still to this day, if I want to learn something, or, you know, try to remember how was that done, I will literally go back to her old videos and rewatch some of them. And yeah, I get a little teary-eyed and, you know, all that. And I'm sure anyone who's, you know, who's known Wendy through her videos, we probably all do, because it's very difficult to sit here and think, my gosh, she's not really here, because it's too real to watch her. So anyways, and now I have a whole plethora of people that I have learned from. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this is. And I love the way these beads feel. So let's keep adding colors. I love this bracelet. And I will tell you, it's chunky. It's a little on the heavier side because these are all shell. And all these links are down below, guys. All these links. Whoops, I've gone and gotten two of the same colors right next to each other. I'm trying not to do that. And I think, are we at probably about the same amount of beads on each direction? Yes. I think what I'll do is I'll now add some of these hishis. So I haven't even opened these. Whoops, give this a clip. And we'll add a strip of hishis on each side. And then finish off with the colors. I like these hishis because you can stack them and just put like 2 or 3 on at a time. So I really appreciate everybody that watches the videos. I like the way those hishis look. That is so cool. Oh, I'm having fumble fingers here. I really like that strip of hishis in here. I really like that. Let's go ahead and add some. Let's put like some colorful bead here. Yep, they're too close in color. Let's get that light colored pink. All right, let's call that good on that one and clip it right down close to where I'm at. And then let's go ahead and do hishis over here. I think I bumped my camera. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to look back at the footage. I hope I didn't bump it too early because I realized I'm not really in screen here a whole lot. If so, I'll have to redo this video. Let's get some more of these on. Oops, I dropped him back off. And I'm not really counting, I'm just putting a bunch on. I'm kind of saying, does that look about the same amount? Somewhere in that area. And then we'll just go ahead and string on some more of these. Close enough, guys. All right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do our wire wrap at the end. And I'm actually going to, we're going to go ahead and go for it. I hope I was not off camera, guys. So there is that magnetic bead. I'm going to put him in that tray so I can get rid of him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 wraps. So we're going to start bending, and we're bending kind of underneath. And I'm just going to continue wrapping around the end of my plier. And we are just going to continue wrapping. And I want 2 wraps around the end of my plier. And this can get kind of hard to do because this wire is really, really stiff. As you can see, I'm just now coming around with my first wrap. Now I'm going to grab it from the top side and start wrapping this way. And once I have that grip, I can continue with my wrap, making 2 loops. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'm grabbing my pliers and I'm going to press them in. I'm going to make sure that he's not grabbing, and he is. So I'm going to kind of move him a little bit, press him in. I'm going to take that tail and I want to push that tail, just that, get a hold of that tail piece itself. And we're going to turn just that tail. And I want to press it in. Now I will take a file and file that down. And now we're just going to push all these hishis, all these beads, down towards that loop, so they're all on there snug. And we have 2 complete rounds plus, and I have way too much. I have a little bit left over, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to clip, let's say, about that much off. And I'm just going to start rolling. And this wire is very stiff. This is like stainless steel on steroids that, and I probably still have more than I need. I do. So I'm going to back this up just a little bit. And that was a perfect roll too. I'm going to back it up to right about there. And I'm going to clip right here. I can actually clip that entire thing off. Right about there. Sorry guys. Still have way too much. And the reason I like to do 2 rolls is because no beads are going to get past it. So I want a minimum of 2 wraps around my pliers if possible. Nice and snug. And then I'm going to press these together. And there we have our bracelet. I like that, and I like that shell dangling in the middle. And now I can put dangles on these if I wish. And let's see, I think it might be too much. So let's go ahead and put him on. I actually kind of like it with him ending up there. This is a very heavy bracelet. I like it. I really do like it. So with the weight of it, it didn't end up being an actual full 2 wraps. I can actually move this if I want and put him up here, which I probably will do. We can do that. We can move him. That's why we use jump rings, guys. So we're going to find the jump ring right here. I'm going to get a hold of it. Well, you know what? I like it. I think it's quirky. I like where it is. I'm going to leave it. Because you know what? This is for me. And for Wendy. Alright guys. thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to all of you guys down below. And thank you, Global Land, for having me, and I'll talk to each and every one of you in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.